So my name is Hailey Rowe. I'm the program director for Youth Empowerment through Arts and Humanities. And I started with when I was 15 years old. I went to camp in Murfreesboro. My dad found out about camp through a Tennessean article, I believe, and thought it would be a really cool thing, made me sign up. I was super nervous about it. So I went to camp as a camper for 3 years and immediately began volunteering every summer. I've been an active volunteer every year since 2006, I believe. And in 2015, I went on as program director for all the camps. So that's how long I've been doing it, a long time. So Southern Girls Rock and Roll Camp was a really formative experience for me because I grew up in a family of musicians. I wanted to play music. I was really interested in music, but I didn't necessarily feel like I personally had the outlet because my brother was a musician and my dad was a musician, and they were both super talented and they stuck to it like right away. And I just didn't have that same level of commitment, and I think I struggled with trying to find musicians near me because most of them were boys and wanted to play either a different type of music or just I wasn't really part of their club in a way. So my dad signed me up for the camp and I went, and it was a completely life-changing experience. I sang and played bass, and I'd never sang in front of anyone ever, which was huge. I really found my voice, and I discovered that my part on stage as a performer, as a musician, was different than my brother or my dad's, for instance, who were more guitar players and bass players, and they wanted to kind of like be in the back like shredding. And I realized that I like to perform and I like to be kind of up front, and engaging the audience was really where I thought that I shined. So I learned this whole level of confidence from Southern Girls Rock and Roll Camp, performing as a kid, and I actually stuck with the band I was in that year for a couple years, and we played shows in Nashville, and I even wrote my college essay on it. So it was a really transformative experience. I learned a lot about self-confidence and kind of figuring out where my place was in music and how I could utilize music for my voice, which was different than my brother's voice or my dad's voice or other musicians. Realizing that I had a different story to tell and a different way to tell it was a really powerful experience, and I continually want to work with and rock and roll camps because I think every child has a different voice and a different way to say it in music, and sometimes they want to write silly songs and that's their voice, and sometimes we have campers that want to write really serious songs, and sometimes we have campers who just want to play drums because they feel like they have the most power when they're hitting something, and I want to help support all of those different types of voices. Yeah, so camp is the best experience ever as an adult and as a volunteer, and as a kid, of course. I have been really fortunate to experience every possible involvement with camp as a camper, volunteer, and an employee. I'm really lucky, really fortunate, but I also really, really believe in what we do. I think it's really important to share your voice and let youth feel powerful, like they have a voice. And as someone who grew up in a family who was really supportive and played music and wanted me to play music too, I needed to discover my voice differently, but I really understand how camp made me experience that and helped me grow and learn in who I was and become a more confident person because of that. So I really believe in our work, and I think I love watching our campers year after year grow into the person that they're going to be for the rest of their lives from age 10 to 17, and then come back and volunteer with us is really powerful. And I know that my experience as a volunteer specifically was really great because I got to be around amazing, empowering women and men who are fantastic role models, and I still get to work with them. And I know that as a camper I saw that, but as a volunteer I saw that even more. So I think there are just so many levels to what we do and how you can be involved and how it can change you, and I'm just super proud to be a part of this organization.